Okay, so what we got here is a THL W200. I'm doing a screen replacement. As you can see, the screen is pretty shattered from someone dropping it. Got the extra screen here. Now when you undo them, well, you got to undo your screws first. You got 12 screws, so I've already taken them out to make it easier for me to record, but all 12. Then you want to slide something underneath. It's just underneath that cover there to pop it off. You want to be careful when you're over on this side because there is Wi-Fi cable there, and if you go too far you're going to damage it. I've already pretty much popped it off, so there it goes. Now there are only 2 cables that you need to worry about with the screen replacement. The first one is right here. This is probably the trickier one out of the lot. You need to slide something underneath this ribbon because it's actually stuck to the board. So you've got to get something that's not going to damage the board, obviously. You've got a little tab. The camera quality is not that great, but you've got a little tab that you can flick up so you can pull the cable out easier. I recommend to take out the camera, which is the front camera right here. I recommend to take that out when you take this cable out, otherwise it's going to get in the way and you won't be able to pull the cable out properly. The second cable that you need to detach is actually on the other side of the board, so to get to that you can either take the board off itself. So you've got 3 screws from memory. You got one here, one here. I'm pretty sure there was a third somewhere. But that's, yeah, or you can take the screen off after obviously detaching this cable here. You can take the screen off and then detach it from the other side. Okay, so I've detached the screen. My favourite tools, I know it's not very professional, but it's actually a clip for a bread bag and a card. This is just a Prezi card, so it doesn't matter if it gets damaged. But I would suggest starting in the lower left hand corner, since there's nothing really there's nothing anywhere you can damage except up in this top corner here. There is a cable that runs across and down, so don't go too far in at the bottom here, but apart from that, pretty much go for gold. I have detached this ribbon here for the screen. It sort of stuck itself down again. So the easiest way to pull that off is to pretty much, well, if you're not planning on keeping the screen, well, I'm definitely not. I took it out the socket first, pulled it out, and then just slowly peeled it up, and that's got that off. Next thing you want to do is just take the camera out so it doesn't get damaged. So there's a little clip, little socket where it clips into. That will free up the area. So now, hopefully it hasn't stuck itself back down, but okay, so pretty much what's happened here is I've sort of accidentally detached the actual LCD from the digitizer, which is apparently not supposed to happen, so I guess in this case it makes it a little bit easier since I'm not planning on keeping any of this stuff anyway. Just put that aside. Now to pull the LCD out. I've sort of accidentally broken that cable off, but it doesn't matter because once again I'm not keeping the screen, so I'll just flip the switch up, pull it out, boom. Okay, so to start putting it back together, the first thing you want to do is lay the phone next to it, lay the screen next to the phone, slide that there back into its place, clip that in. Then you want to, well, I've already pre-adhesived it, so there's already tape on there, so I'll just take all of that off. Okay, so what you want to do next is flip the screen over sideways, so it's like that. and slot the cable for the back side of the motherboard through that hole. Be careful not to damage any of the new ribbon cable where you're doing it. So just put that. It is a very tight fit, so you do want to be very careful. Once you do that, you can pop the screen into place. So now the screen's back in. Next, what you want to do is put that cable back into the board. So you need to take the adhesive off the back, then slide it in very carefully, try not to damage anything, clip it over, stick it down. Need to put the camera back in. So as you can see, I've stuck that back down. Need to put the camera back in. It's just simple as just put it on there, make sure it lines up to the clip properly, boom. So that there pretty much covers the screen replacement. All you have to do now is put backing on, put the screws all back in, and you're there. So what I will do is just quickly put the back cover back on. So with the buttons, there is a little tab at the top for the volume button that goes facing towards the back. If you put it on backwards, it does make it work a little bit funky. Well, it still works, but it just doesn't sit right.